Hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. How are you? How are you doing? Yeah, we have to fix this guy. We'll see. How's it going, everyone? Let's see. Codeter.tsx. Let's see. Tech Insider. How's it going? Good. Not too bad. All good. Just have to do a few things and wrap things up. How about you folks? How's the Tuesday going? Perhaps some of you have Wednesday already. Code editor.tsx. Want to see that we actually trigger this thing when we do a resize. So we are getting the editor. We go inside here. But we are trying to run this, but it doesn't work. I have to see why. Tech Insider says in Pakistan it's Wednesday now. Yes, I know. How's everyone doing? So, I don't know. The problem is the layout is not being is not recalculated. So editor, or is it called editor ref? Editor ref dot current dot, what kind of functions do we have? In composition, blah blah blah. Okay, so there are too many. Reload, reveal position, adjust position. Do we have layout? Content widget. Okay, let's see if I try to do a window dot editor equals editor ref dot current. So we assign this, then we'll see if I can do this later on as well. So the problem I'm focusing on right now is that when I use this slider, this is not adjusting it, or this is not, what do you call it? This is not readjusting the editor, which is a problem for me. So I don't want to have that. So if I do this now, sorry, if I do editor dot layout, it should have adjusted it, but it doesn't. Disconnected port object. I don't know. Let's refresh and see. So this is what it looks like right now. If I do this and come back, you can see this doesn't work, and that is essentially the problem. We'll see if I can fix it myself, or if I have to use AI for it. Because it could not do it before for some reason. Let's see, Monaco editor, reset layout on resize. Force resize editor. So we need to then send. Sorry, we need to then send just an empty object there. It seems like. Editor ref.current.layout. Here. Does that work or no? Let's see. So we try this. Remove this guy. No, I think it broke it, right? No. It does something different at least, but you see this is fixed now. You see this thing right here? That is fixed. But I think the whole editor thing is a bit weird. Okay, so we convoluted was very convoluted. I'm not sure I would recommend it. We detect resizing using resize. I don't know. Editor.create. So let's see if we can find that. Editor.create. Where do we do that? No, we don't. But we should have an instance of the editor right here. So we start with dynamic USSR loading, blah, blah, blah. Where do we set the editor ref? Define custom theme, blah, blah, blah. Handle panel size. So this is the Monaco editor, right? Hide with value. Do we have the auto? We do have the default editor options. Uh, and we get that from lib. Lib editor Monaco config. Here we have all of this, right? So we should have an auto layout somewhere here. Mohammad Hasera says, why do you use Stack Overflow? Because someone has to. I want to check if I have auto layout here. Auto. What was the name of this? Automatic layout. Automatic. True. But it doesn't find it. That's a bit of a problem. I think that's going to be a problem. So Monaco editor auto layout. Let's see if I can find it. Mimicking the okay, what is the solution? Handle mouse move, set dimension. This is the problem. I don't want to do this sort of convoluted thing right there. This answer is from what year? Actually, 2022. No, but this doesn't. Yeah. It works correctly when running the option here. Let's see. Let's have a look at what is it doing there. This seems to fix it. This is also from 20. Okay, so this is from 2024. Let's have Claude figure it out. So okay, so none of the solutions we have so far fix it. Try out this OG Stack Overflow answer, and then we give it the link. So we'll see if if it can go and look at Stack Overflow and figure it out. Ahsan bhai, what are your thoughts on how to learn coding in AI and short form content era? I want to create coding content in a fun way like Duolingo for coding. Give me some advice and better way of teaching coding with Daud. So there are two different things. I think the short thing cannot be something that actually teaches one something. It can introduce to some idea. It can introduce to a concept. So you would always have to have a bit more, and that's something I'm trying to do as well. So I'm trying to build content that I can share more resources and information about. That has seemed to work very well for me. Hopefully it works for you as well. So In an ideal world, if you can introduce a concept just on like a graphical level, but not teach everything or have the exercises in there, and have them comment something that you can have an automation of, and then that takes to your website or to your blog, or where you have a full example or a platform where they can try that concept out. I think that is going to be you providing good value, if that makes sense. So try that. Let's see finally this issue is fixed. But I also have to remove that thing that I did with the code. Okay, so it's running that. I have to remove the automatic layout. So I'm going to save this. And I also have to remove layout. Um, yeah, I need to fix this guy. Do you really want to write on it? Yes, I think. Okay, so maybe Claude fixed it. Shall we try it now? Hey, let's go. Whoever this guy is a legend, because what Claude Code tried like 10 times and could not fix it. The Stack Overflow answered it. But I have this issue. I have to fix this. So when we start doing this, oh, look at that. So smooth, right? So these are some examples when AI would fail and still a Stack Overflow answer would just do the thing. I love this. So there is still hope in Stack Overflow. I'm gonna comment on this, and looks like I'm all still getting some pluses on my answers. I can also share maybe the link of my video stream, so I can I can tell the person that I was showing this on live. Get shareable link. Let's share this. Aryan Mishra says, Namaste, sir. Hello to you too. How's it going? Where was the answer? Here. So I'll give it a plus, and also ten attempts. Live stream showing. Good. So we fixed an issue with Stack Overflow. Good. So now that we have this, let's actually try submitting. Actually, I was having some discussions within here. Um, mm, I wanted to see one thing that was no confetti. This is expected for the first challenge. Badges required. Chapter badge. Okay. Streak badge. 3 day of consecutive activity. Independence badge. 5 challenge. Okay. Okay. Good. So what we are building today is essentially a platform that I'm going to share with my book, which is Zero to Website. So people would be able to come in here and practice within this interactive platform. They would be able to practice coding examples essentially. So let's see. So we did already have this. So your first web page is done. Add header with section with a nav menu containing 3 links: home, about, and contact. So we quickly will add this header, then nav, and people who are going to look at me, they would be like, who is this crazy person actually coding by hand without AI? Anyways, so we gotta go with ul. We can do li into 3. Does that work here? No, it doesn't work. Li, what were the names? So home, about, and contact. So we have home. Oh, actually this should be having an a tag. When was the last time you saw someone actually coding by hand? Usman Amjad says, Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. So home. And then we also have and then we got a ul. So we got a home, we got a contact, and we also should have an about, right? And we could go and style in CSS as well. For example, here we could say ul disk type. I think it's called none, or is it list type or list style? You see, you forget the actual code when you don't do it for a long time. Like I'm forgetting how to write how to write CSS now. Display flex gap 16 pixel. ul lia cursor pointer color indigo, putting a semicolon here. And maybe when I do this, it doesn't do that. Then we put a hover here as well. And we also make these font weight 500. And then we do red just for the kicks. Hey, Rux Hustler says, where are you from? I'm originally from Karachi, Pakistan. Where are you from? Hey, yo, assalamu alaikum, Ahsan bhai. How are you? I'm good, alhamdulillah. Zawar, how's it going? How's the new place? मजा आ रहा है काम करने में या क्या? So we have 3 links now. I think we can now submit the answer and see what comes up. What I don't like about this page right now is this. You see, we can scroll down और फिर ये गायब हो जाता है. I don't like this. Maybe we should look into it a bit more. Okay, so it says needs work. Here there you have fantastic start, blah blah blah. Header, no navigation link under ul, ठीक है. That's spot on, shows you really grasping the structure of HTML, blah blah blah. Issues found. Your anchor tag which are used to create links are missing the essential href. So of course, no links there. You correctly use the header, nav, blah blah blah. But you see how good of a feedback it is giving. So I like it. But we should have a panel for this as well. But it doesn't seem like a panel at the moment. So we will fix that. But before that, let's actually also go to the index HTML, and then let's add some home href contact href about it. So we do this, and then we submit again, and let's see what happens. Fahimun Tasin says assalamu alaikum wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Zawar says I'm good, going good, alhamdulillah. Good. What kind of projects are you working on? क्या क्या चल रहा है काम में? Okay, so this time it was correct. We have all the links there. What I'm missing is this panel. So we want to do two things. One, I'm gonna say to it actually that I think we fixed it before. So I'm going to take a screenshot. The layout. Okay, first let's say that issue was fixed. We'll fix some more. For example, image 15 shows you how the title and description of the text of the challenge gets cut as the preview plus editor layout is more in height, causing a vertical scroll on the entire page. So what I'll do is I'll ask it to not have it that basically. So ideally we either don't have a scroll or repeat our instructions for the challenge maybe in the comment in the HTML, maybe as a comment. Let's discuss what is a better UX, DX. Finally, we should highlight a bit better which file is open, like wrapping its name in a pill, badge. Decide what's better for the UX and fix it. So one thing that I want to do is this here. I think we fixed it before, but it got in again with some regression. So let's see what happens. Saqib bin Shabir says, Assalamu alaikum, sir. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. I'm watching from Bangladesh. Enthusiast, how are you, bhai? I'm good, thank you. Where in Bangladesh? Ahsan bhai, I'm in 5th semester of BScs, study from virtual university. I have a basic idea of full stack, make one project in it, and I'm thinking to build two projects in Ramadan. One is an e-commerce website, and second is UGC video maker AI short video. Is that enough to make entry-level job? Tell me reality of this. Yeah, yes, but there's a catch. And when you're building these two apps, talk to AI quite a lot, and then understand the system design, like why are some decisions being made? Why is a database suggestion coming in for a specific pattern? Like why that is? What kind of API routes are you creating? Are you documenting your routes? So don't just create projects for the sake of just building something and shipping it out, but also try to understand what is the architecture, and then it should be nice. Sir, screen show nahi ho rahi. Is the screen black for everyone? Yeah, क्योंकि मुझे नजर आ रहा है, I can see my screen right there. Maybe it's an issue on your side, Thakib. It's a platform for building AI agents. We have a SaaS and an open source SDK as well, contributing to both the SaaS and the SDK. Good, mashallah, sounds nice. Good, good, good. Hmm. Let's see, 02 website. What is it changing? File badges. Okay, so it is giving those badges an outline by default and then changing them here. Actually, if it's active, then there's a specific sort of background applied. Hmm. Okay, then it should be there. Okay, so this is much better. So we can see that this is the open file, the HTML. If I click this, this is the style script. I like this much more than what was there before, right? I like this experience much more. um, we still have this going in here, which I don't really like, but I think it's okay. But let's see if it can continue with the other things, because it did not address my other points about the layout that we have to fix, and something else. Usman says show ho rahi hai screen, so then we're good. Hi, I'm an early I am an early eager currently learning full stack. Please can you give me some future guidance? Fahimun Tasin. Uh, I would the best thing I can say is you learn by creating projects. So create complex projects. Create complex projects, study the code, update the code, edit the code, look into it, practice it. That's exactly like what you should be doing. When you go inside the code, even if it's generated by AI, when you look at the documentation, try to debug the code yourself, and that's what exactly I did in the beginning of this stream. So when you do that, then that's when you learn. That's when you understand the code, how things are intertwined, etc. So when you do that, then you can call yourself, okay, I'm growing as a developer, instead of just AI coding on your behalf. So I hope that makes sense. So compact single line layout with back arrow, chapter number and title in line, description truncates with ellipsis if too long, uses blah blah blah, flex string da 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 da. But what about the other thing that I also said? Hmm. I don't know. Is this the Monaco editor still or no? I think there's a duplication here, right? So we have div overflow hidden, and then we have the editor right inside. So I think this label is probably unnecessary. Maybe maybe we can move this thing down here, right? Because it feels a bit weird user experience. Let's do two things. One, let's do two things. We're going to, let's see if I can open this, and pictures, and open with Sati here. Let's try this out. So maybe what we could do is we move this guy from here to here, right? So we move it from there to there, and then also make this guy a bit sticky. So here, and do we have text here? Yeah, sticky header. Does it? Can you remove the last sticky header or no? Okay, here. Back again. Sticky header. And then we go here. Nay, go here. And then we go here. Move the file names here. Okay, so we copy this. And then we go to here. Let's make these changes. Move the file names as the orange arrow points, as I think showing just the active file name is AUX duplication. Also maybe make the header sticky so we can always see the challenge info. I think that's an easier user experience. Someone on Twitch says viewers streamboot.com. No, don't want the bot viewers. Thank you, but no thank you. By the way, today is 27th of January and my books discount will end on 31st. So if you have not availed it, then it's going to end. The 75% discount is going to go away. So just so you know. So if you want to grab a copy, now would be the time. Let's see. So we do have the file ID being passed here. Save indicator. Okay. Okay, so the saving indicator also has been moved a bit. I'm looking at if it's making any changes that I don't really want. So file tabs are moved from there to there, directly above the editor. Okay. Okay, I think we should be good. So let's remove this guy. And now we can see all the file names here. So that's good that it has done it. Then the header itself is not sticky at the moment. Still, I want this to be sticky. I could do it myself, but I wanted to have AI do it. Sticky challenge, X title description. Nay, it doesn't work. The layout order is now okay. No, the header is not sticky. Let's see if it has the right styles. Text-based content, blah, blah, blah. No, I don't see it. Where's the header? This is the one? This is the one, right? So sticky is there actually. Why is it then not sticky? Aha, because no, I think the problem would be the header. No, the header can't be sticky in that case. So it's not still sticky. I'm gonna go a bit down here and then show. So it's not sticky. The header is not sticky, perhaps due to the main nav bar. So we'll see what happens then. Maybe because of that. Because I think when you're saying top 0, maybe we should be saying top the nav bar plus whatever that is, or the height of the nav bar. Let's see what Claude Code says. I see the issue. The sticky position doesn't work well when the parent has overflow hidden, since the challenge page already uses a flex column layout with flex 60 on the header. It shouldn't scroll away, but let me check overall layout structure. Okay. But I think it's talking about overflow hidden because no, but the overflow hidden shouldn't be a problem. The thing is, we have a main header which is sticky, so everything goes behind it. The root layout has mini H screen which allows body scrolling. The challenge page should prevent page level scroll entirely. Let me fix that. Okay, so how is it fixing it? It's removing the main hide screen, but setting. Okay, so the overflow is hidden. Then the main has a main height of 0. Okay. Now let me simplify the challenge page with the body no longer scrolling. I can remove the sticky and just rely on the flex layout. That sounds actually better to me. So let's see if that actually works out well. Okay, so this works well. Okay, I love it. So this is much better than what I was suggesting. And let's try it with different sort of layout. So this is the header. If I refresh now, you can see there's no vertical scroll. So that is really nice. Even if I zoom out quite a lot and refresh, there is no vertical scroll, which means I will never lose this thing. So still really good. But now what I want to do is when I'm submitting the answer, I want here to be also sort of, what do you call it? The panel should be here. So we need a slider for this panel. So I'm going to say, let's quickly open this guy with Sari. I would say, I don't know, maybe always open with that. I would say always open with that. So we get rid of this guy. And here we can say, so a slider here, just like this one. So putting the text here. Okay. What did I just do? Press the escape key and then it closed. No. So I have to put it back here and put one here. And I want to say we need a horizontal slider. And then we do this. Go here. Just like the preview editor slider, we need a slider for the feedback panel as well. So we can expand collapse. Feedback. I'm going to hide the QR code. Give me 1 second. How do you enable bypass permissions on the Claude Code CLI? Also, are you on max plan? I think I'm on the max plan. Which one is the, maybe not on the max one. I think it's the pro. There's the one that is the the lowest one. I'm not on that one. I'm on the one that's sort of the medium tier. And for the command is something like this. It's Claude dash dash dangerously skip permissions. So use that on your own discretion. Okay, so what is it doing now? I'll update the preview panel to use a nested vertical panel for the resizable feedback. I hope it doesn't destroy the rest of the things, hopefully. Okay, so we should be able to see something now. And what? Ah, okay. My bad. It's pressing the wrong key. Okay, so if I submit answer now, let's see. So now, okay, so we have the panel now. Good. I like it. And navigation practice. Which one? Navigation practice needs work. So here it says we made the fantastic start, blah blah blah. Issues found. The challenge asks for a header section with a navigation menu. We don't see that. Okay, I think it sounds good. It seems good. So I'm gonna let it go, and I can always bring it up. Good. So we go here, and then so we have review. I can go back here, and then I have this one, complete page structure. So create a complete page with header, main content area, footer, miniature article with at least two paragraphs. Okay. So we start with header. I'm just gonna do the bare minimum. So I think it would let me go even if I don't have the content in it. Maybe just cheating around the exact requirements instead of. Why does it re-render everything? So when I'm typing, or is it because of something being updated here? I hope not. So when I say here we have the miniature of an article, and we do article, then we have a paragraph, paragraph 1, and then I just copy paste it, 2, and then I submit it. So let's see what happens now. Hey, let's go. So we have our badge unlocked. This is what I wanted to see. So we have the confetti, badge unlock first steps, common, and we have a badge open. But how do I get rid of this badge? Do I get rid of this badge at all? Okay, so we have an issue here. The badge is nice, but we need it to go away. Okay. When a badge is shown, it keeps showing and there's no way to get rid of it. It should perhaps, or it should have a close button, clicking on which should go away, right? So we'll do that, but if I go to my profile now, I should have this badge unlocked. There we go. So we have this badge unlocked. And complete chapter introduction 1. It's a common one, common. Then we have this common one. Then we have some streak badges as well. Oh, but we have a problem now. We have an issue now that we don't have scrolls on other pages. So I need to also fix that because it should be only on the editor, I think. We have a layout issue now. issue now on other pages. We can't scroll vertically. For example, on the profile page, I can't see more badges, etc. We shouldn't have to fix it for all pages. The editor should behave as we've perhaps made the whole app behave. Let's see what this comes up with. Position the top right corner, blah, blah, blah. Right click immediately dismisses. Clicking it dismisses notification and stops confetti. It clears the badge from queue. Small circular button with neural styling. Okay. But I have to now probably... you're right, I made the root layout edge screen overflow hidden, which broke scrolling globally. Let me revert that and handle the specifically in the editor challenge page. Okay. So you see, sometimes it will do, the AI can do stupid stuff that it shouldn't be. Because previously the scroll was blocked. So I couldn't even see like any of these, which is, so yeah. But if I go to dashboard now, the dashboard should scroll. And I should be also able to do this. 3 of 3 challenges completed. Good. I could also go to about. I think that doesn't exist. Home is just the dashboard. The chapters is the chapters. So we have them here. We could start the chapters. We have the settings working as well. Profile working as well. And I also have to argue for this right here. This shows the chapter progress. If I submit the answer now, actually, let's try the simple one so I can do it later on as well. If I do a submit answer now, does it take out my previous answer or what? What happens then? This feedback, if I go back, no, it keeps my answer. I think that's what we decided during the product requirements documentation. Okay. What was the thing that okay. Yeah, I think we're good overall. I think it's, this is decent. But I do want to check my database to see if I can remove this. Supabase. Dashboard. Okay. Go to the databases. See all the tables. So we do have badge earnings. Rows 10. Why do we have 10 rows here? Okay. Challenges. Challenge completions. I think the database is going to overhaul with this whole thing, because the database contains so many So many badges. Progress 1, badge ID. Is pinned false. Okay. Hmm. I'm looking at the database and I'm not really sure if I agree with the database, to be honest. Let's have a look together. Let's have a look at the database together. Pick my agent skills. सर आप क्या बना रहे हैं? हज़रत मेरी एक न्यू बुक जो आने वाली है उसके साथ मैं एक प्लेटफॉर्म बना रहा हूँ जहाँ पे जो डेवलपर्स हैं वो प्रैक्टिस कर सकते होंगे वेब डेवलपमेंट को. तो आई एम वर्किंग ऑन दैट प्लेटफॉर्म. सो नाउ द प्रॉब्लम इज़ कि हर यूज़र जो साइन अप कर रहा है उसकी बैच अर्निंग्स में ये सब बन रहा है. I don't know if this is good क्योंकि then you have to bring in a profile ID, fetch all the badges that are earned. I don't know. So here, I'm going to take a screenshot and actually discuss with Claude, like what should happen. I see that in the DB, we have badge earnings, which contains all badges already that the user can earn. This would result in so many records of the badges, even if the user hasn't earned. And if we change the badges, we probably have to recreate all of them or delete perhaps the ones we remove. I think ideally we should only have badges there which are earned. So that's one thing. Another thing that I see that is an issue within the database is the challenge completions. So we do have the challenges right here. These are hard coded, right? The completions here are attempts and counts. So here we still, I don't know why we have the attempts there. Secondly, image 22. We have challenge completions. I'm not sure if failed completions should be stored in the database, or maybe they should be, because then otherwise how would we know if someone has tried and implemented this without any failures? Maybe they have to identify not fail attempts. But I'll ask anyways, and I'm gonna sit down. Munif says, after seeing your coding pattern with Claude, I can relate, and I feel we have started to rely a bit too heavily on it for very small code changes that we could easily handle ourselves. I'm reading the whole message. So yes, I agree that with with the coding pattern. And by the way, since I'm doing the live stream that has the concept of AI assisted coding, that's what I'm trying to do. But if I'm being more mindful of, let's say, the AI tokens or the complexity of the ticket or the task that I have to do, then I would probably look into the code. But yes, it makes it pretty convenient to just chat about it, so to say, and that could make people lazy sometimes as well. So yeah, I agree with what you're saying. Why do I have this and then this here, which is being cut? Should be like this then. Okay. All right. So let's see. Because what I like to do quite a lot with Claude is just to chat. So just to talk and discuss ideas, and then wherever it takes from there. So looking at the code, check seek badges and check independent badges, create records for all badges of that type. Any progress happens. So if a user gets a 1 day streak, it creates records for all 6 streak badges. Challenge completion analysis. The current design stores every attempt, one record per submission. This is used to track attempt count for eventual success and for perfect score analytics. Here's my recommendation. Option A, minimal changes. Recommended badges only create badge earning records when badges earned. I agree with this one, and this is exactly what I suggested. Progress can be computed on the fly from user streak, current streak, and challenge completion counts. Okay. Challenge completion store only one record per user challenge. Update attempt count on each try. Set is correct true when solved. This gives us solved in n attempts without multiple rows, and I agree with that as well. Would you like me to implement option A? It will involve updating a batch, blah blah blah. Migration to clean up existing. Yeah, yep. Implement that. So this would be something that I wouldn't do myself. I would probably let Claude do the stuff then. Send me mentorship. Send me mentorship. Okay. How many people have we got in our platform now, or on the mentorship platform? Is this the script? Badges checker checks and upload about okay. Check independence badges. Prisma transaction. Okay. Check the independent threshold. We get the batch key. Existing earning. So we find if there's already one there already earned. Okay. So existing earning earned at continue earned skip. Okay. Award the batch create a record only when earned. Good. But where is the logic here on that? Hmm. Okay. So just earned set to true. Makes sense. Okay. So now we are getting the ones that are correct. Hmm. Was already correct. Then we set it to. Okay. Otherwise, we use the false. Completion is exactly as it was. Hmm. 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 Okay, so we did have, okay, so we also created the migration as well. We'll have to see the migration, but it has written a file directly there. Anyways, we'll see. We'll probably have to run the migration ourselves. Prisma schema loaded from what? I'll change the battery. 1 second. Maybe we should be using this instead. Let's see. Video settings, not the Prio, but this capture one. Okay. Hmm. 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 Okay, we'll see. Uh, all right, so we do have only create badge earnings when badge is actually earned, challenge completion, 1 record per user challenge. So that's good. Migration created. To apply the Prisma, yeah, we're just going to deploy this. If you want to preview first, then I would do this. No, I don't want to do that. Delete all the. Okay, then let's do that. So we have this data, at least challenge completions, and then a lot of badge earnings, right? So we should be running the migration that should solve this. So let's quickly go ahead and run that. So npx, is that the one? No. Cd dot dot. We should have what is called 02 website. Npx prisma migrate status. So we set the status, and we also, I don't know, should mirror the camera. Okay, so, and let's see. All right, so we have 4 migrations. Which 4 migrations? I know about one of those. So badges, badge challenge. Aha, okay. No. Okay. I think I'm getting sleepy now. So 4 migrations found, but this one has not been applied. So yes. Npx prisma migrate deploy. Okay, so let's have a look at the app now. So this one should have removed a lot of things. There we go. So only 1 record remaining for the 1 badge that we have. So that's good. And also for challenge completions, we only have these. Good. Okay, so the migration worked. I think the teeny tiny things now that we have remaining would basically be just like some cosmetic changes. For example, I'm going to go to the header. The header tsx, and I'm going to find we got, what was the shortcut of nah, not this one. What was the shortcut of closing it? Can't remember. Can't remember. Was it? Nay, not this one. Okay, then anyways, then what I can do is I can go ahead and create a div with class name set to flex1. Save this guy. And we don't have that because I think we don't have the width full here. Is that why? So this should have taken. Aha. Okay. Wrong place. So we go from here. Navigation is here. I think the problem would be in navigation. No, but the streak, where's the streak? Okay, so we have the streak patch right here, and we have this flag. So I think this is where it comes. There we go. So this is what I want, not the other way around. Okay, so home, about, dashboard, chapters, profile settings. Profile looks like this. Badges look like this. And I could pin to profile as well. What happens if I pin to profile? Where do I see that? I don't see it anywhere. So when I pin to profile and I refresh, then it seems pinned. Where do I see that? Shouldn't it be somewhere here? I don't know. What does pinned mean? Are we sending two API calls? Why does it come and go? No, we do single call. We get a success true, and we put it to API badges pin with a post. Then we do this. We still do a post. We get a success true. We don't do anything with this. Okay. I'm going to leave it right as it is for now. I don't think it's super critical, but what we have so far is pretty decent. I think the developers can take a lot of benefit from this. And we could also have a background color red and the color set to white. Transform scale to 0.537. Okay. I'm just kidding, of course. So if I remove this guy, and this is saving automatically, of course, then what would happen if I took a code review here? What would it say? Aha, so the rate limit is exceeding. Okay. No problem. I think I implemented that myself. So independence red, not enough data yet. I think it's a decent implementation so far, to be honest. I'm gonna try to have some developers try it out and see if they like it. But let's see. So I'm gonna exit now and exit here. I'm gonna not do that. And clear status. Can't type. I get diff navigation. So just some adjustment, right? So then I don't want to do that. So okay, reset. Okay, then we don't really care for this one, so we can discard the changes. Okay, so then if I go to my code, it should be good enough. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Um, we also have some feedback from. Hmm. Okay. Or can we create a new pull request? Maybe. But is it the same? No, I don't think it's the same. What is the branch that we have? It's called feature pull request something. And a final review or something. Isn't this the one committed 2 days ago, right? No, but what is this? Oh, okay, but I think we have committed a lot of things. We have just not pushed them. So git push, and then we have what? Do we have a different branch now? This is the final review, right? Final review, final review. So if I compare final review, hmm, so I see my commit right here, but I think because there are so many, it essentially just could not. Okay, but then I also want to continue with the GSD thingy. Wait, give me 1 second. And where is my... usage. Okay, so resets in 21. Okay, I want to go to the GSD side of it. So where do we go from there? Okay, that works. What's next? Mhm. I think we were at the phase 8, and we have to implement phase 9, etc. And there were perhaps 11 phases, so we are done with the 8th one. Okay, so next up, per roadmap phase 9 leaderboards and social profile, public profile pages with badges. Okay, then I understand the badge system. Follow system, followers following, activity feed from followed users, weekly leaderboards with league promotion emotion, share achievements to Twitter/LinkedIn. Hmm. I think we should be good with the testing, because what I've looked into essentially looks good. I would say we could go with phase 9. So let's go with GSD plan phase 9. So we're gonna start there, but I also would be looking into some other things like creating a presentation. Hmm. Google Antigravity tips and tricks. We need Google Antigravity, Google Firebase Studio as well. Hmm. Import those. Do we have a Google Antigravity MCP server, right? I think we have one. Let's see if I can find Google. No, or sorry, not Antigravity MCP server, Notebook LM MCP server. Hmm. Can you because I saw some videos. Sorry, I want to see where is the Notebook LM MCP server. How to install, resources, blah blah blah. I want to see where the link is. Yes. Go to site. Notebook LM MCP. So someone create. Okay. Okay. So this guy created. Okay. How do we go with this? Mm. Uh, I want to see actually using UV recommended install from Fiverr. MCP uses internal APIs that are under document may change without notice. Okay. Pipex, blah blah blah. Upgrading could be with UV. I'm looking at this MCP tool, which is this guy, which is the Notebook LM MCP tool. So we do have a bunch of videos that I've already seen of the MCP server, but and it also this project has like 600 stars, 135 forks and whatnot. So I know a lot of people have created some forks out of this project, but I do want to see where this is going. And then I also see there's that MCP server for Node.js. We have this MCP server as well, 2 months last month. So we got this guy who has pushed the last code last week, 600 stars, 135 forks, and then we got this guy. Hmm. Gemini add. Hmm. But how does it connect to the login? Okay, so create your knowledge base, blah blah blah. Hmm. Set a profile. Okay. Okay, so the Chrome opens for login in this case. Hmm. Hmm. How many issues do we have? 10 issues. We have one pull request, open code installation instructions. Mm-hmm. 100% CPU infinite loop and browser context becomes unresponsive. That's a big one. That's not good. How many issues are here? 4 issues. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Research polling infinite loop. Okay, maybe not looking at that at the moment because I think I can go over. By the way, has anyone tried this thing called Claude bot? I've been seeing a lot of. I've been seeing like a lot of videos on Twitter and every single place I can think of about this Claude bot. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I'm thinking now about how do we structure what we have for tomorrow. I do have some slides that I need to fix. We also should perhaps tuck, 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 and then I could actually go there. Wanna go to the. Want to do one thing here. Close all the files. It's one thing. When mentees being registered, implement a way to or implement an input that requires them to explain what they what they are looking for in a mentorship, career growth, learning a particular technology, tech, i.e. their goals. This should be a free form input because mentors will review their application or their request and judge based on their profile, including this information, critical information. Mentors can decide if their skills align with the mentee. So we'll see what happens then. By the way, can you hear the video I'm playing right now? I'm gonna open a window here. So let's do that. I don't know if you can hear the sound from here, but let's try to share the tab audio. I think you should be able to see it now. Did I just close? Okay. I thought I just closed like all my windows. Yeah, more or less the same. Okay, let's see.
You should be using in 2026. It's literally an AI employee that works for you 24/7, 365, and it is changing many people's lives, including to it. So everyone is going out and buying Mac Minis to use for ClaudeBot. It's what I did. I actually just returned my Mac Mini to buy a Mac Studio, but that's not the only way to run ClaudeBot. There are significantly cheaper ways, especially if you want to A, save money, or B, just dip your toes and see if ClaudeBot is for you, because this is a brand new radical technology. If you're one of those people where you're just trying to save time, you don't want to buy a new computer, or you just want to save a little money, this is the right way to do it. We are going to be able to host our ClaudeBot on the internet, so we do not need to buy any hardware. I'm going to put the link down for this below. You can do this alongside with me if you want to, or you can watch this, then go out and do it right after. So we are going to get ClaudeBot up and running on Amazon EC2. Amazon EC2 is a virtual server where we'll be able to install ClaudeBot, then have it run 24/7 for us, doing work, being our employee. This might look a little technical, but I promise if you stick with me, I'll make this as easy as possible for you. Anyone should.
One of the funniest things about ClaudeBot is that when I went to the website, I saw that they changed the name. They changed the name to like moldbot or something. Yeah, like this. So maybe, yeah, it has caught so much attention that that they had to probably change the name because of Claude versus mold versus whatnot. Anyways,
be able to set this up. So go to the link I have down below for Amazon EC2, create an account here. Once you signed in or created your account, search for EC2 at the top, virtual servers in the cloud. We're going to click on that. We're going to go down here. We're going to click launch instance. Once we do that, we're going to name our.
I'm not really sure what's the point of setting up in AWS. But let's see.
We can name it ClaudeBot. Let's choose Ubuntu for this. This is a Linux server we'll be creating, so click on Ubuntu. Next, we're going to want to choose our tier. So click the drop down here, choose Flex Large. If we use little enough memory here, this could end up being free, but if you use this enough, this could go up to $15, $20, $25 a month. Obviously, it's flexible, so if you're just pounding this, it could be more, but this should cost you around $20 a month if you use this a fair amount. So let's C7i Flex Large, make sure that is selected, and then we are going to click on Launch Instance. Scroll down a little bit more. We're going to do 30 gigabytes of storage. This is going to allow us to store a good amount on this server, and then we're going to go over here and click Launch Instance. Scrolling down a little bit more, we want to go to key pair. Let's create a new key pair here. Give your key pair a name. You can name this whatever you want. I named it ClaudeBot Key. Make sure RSA is selected. Use PEM if you are using Mac or Linux. Use PPK if you're on Windows. And then you're going to click Create Key Pair. That is going to download a file. That's basically your security file. So do not lose that. Keep that safe on your computer. That's going to basically have your password for connecting to this server. Let's go down to network settings. You want to make sure Create Security Group is checked here. You want to make sure Allow SSH Traffic is checked as well. You're going to want to click Edit up here at the top right. From here, you want to scroll down, click Add Security Group Role here. Make sure it is custom TCP. Port range, we're going to put in 18789 right there. Source type is going to be anywhere. Once you do all that, you're ready to go. You can click Launch Instance from here.
Okay.
Boom, it is launched just like like that, we are good to go. Now we can install ClaudeBot on here. From here, we're going to go to view all instances. There's our instance. From here, all you're going to want to do is click on this instance ID. You're going to want to click on connect right here, and then click connect on the bottom right here. This is going to open up our console inside Amazon EC2, where we are going to actually
choosing a model. Okay, then setting up CloudBot use cases and tips. I'm going to fast forward a bit. So we do have these models.
CloudBot, Peter Steinberger. The issue is it is just not nearly as intelligent or personable as Claude Opus. It is still very intelligent. The personality is kind of meh, but Opus is the greatest AI model created of all time. So you have that option, right? You can sign up for Claude Max, which is going to cost you $200 a month. You can sign up for ChatGPT, which is going to cost you $20 a month, and it's still going to be very intelligent. The personality is just going to stink. But if you want the absolute cheapest way to do this, you want to sign up for Minimax. From a cost to result basis, I actually think going with a ChatGPT API is going to be better here. Minimax, from what I'm hearing, is very unreliable. So for reliability,
okay,
section, just so it can charge you as you use tokens if you haven't done that already. All right, so here's the onboarding. I'm here. Looks like this is my first moment online in this workspace. So we should do a quick who are we setup. What did you call me? So now you can name your Claude bot. I'm gonna name ours Jones for this example. 2, what kind of thing am I to use? I'd make it an assistant, but you can make the role whatever you want. I think I made mine chief of staff for Henry, my Claude bot. 3, what's the vibe you want? Very blunt, efficient, warm, chatty, somewhere in between. Somewhere in between. I think it's good to have a balance. It feels human, but still gets straight to the point. And number 4, signature emoji, yes or no.
Okay.
If yes, which one? Lion emoji. So choose an animal for yours. I chose an owl for Henry, my personal Claude bot, but you can choose any you want. I'm going to hit enter. Once this is good to go, by the way, I'm going to show you a few workflows that'll be super helpful to set up with your Claude bot. One more thing so I can be useful without guessing. What's your name and time zone? I'm Alex, and I'm in PST. Hit enter on that, and you are good to go. All right, so we're locked in. You're good to go. The entire world is ahead of you. You got 24/7 AI. Claude bot is doing a massive family relationship, remembers it for you. So, and I'll put this down below too. I want to create this as humans. It's very hard for us to create. So you can get really interesting and creative with this morning brief. One of our problems as humans is it's very hard for us to creatively think of what other people should do. What this helps is let the...
Okay, I want to create a morning brief that you text me every day. Please let me know any news going on in the world that is relevant to me. The weather in the mountain, a view takes tasks you can do today that will be helpful. And tasks I should do that day.
The AI decide what it should be doing to help us.
My career. Okay,
so you want that part in there too. And then I say, and tasks I should do that will advance my career. And this is going to give us recommendations for what we can do to improve our life. And we're going to wake up every single day to these recommendations. So put that in, hit enter on that. If you want a little example about a real life morning brief I get every single morning, my Claude bot actually goes researches competitors on YouTube for me on what they're creating content on, tells me some trending news and stories, and gives me ideas for content I can create. So you can get really interesting and creative with this morning brief and make it really helpful for you when you wake up. So here's another super powerful thing about ClaudeBot is it pretty much can do anything a human being can do, right? So if you wanted to monitor your email, you can do that. Now, since this is run...
Pretty much can do anything a human can do on a computer, just to be clear.
In the cloud and not on your local computer, it's going to need connectors and plugins in order to use other tools like looking at your email or looking at Twitter, but you can still do it. And what's great is you can just ask it to do things and your Claude bot will figure out how to do it. So for instance, if I say, please monitor my email for me and send me a summary of my emails at the end of every day. When I hit enter on this, it is going to go through a setup where it'll say, okay, let's connect to your Gmail, or what email service are you using? Okay, perfect. You're going to need to give me the API key for this. So do this step by step and it will walk you through it. And if at any point you get confused,
that's really crazy. Like it's scary and crazy at the same time, because this is what usually the bottleneck becomes, that you don't really know how to set up these things with AI.
You can say, hey, I don't know.
But if AI can also help set up those things, I think that's amazing.
I'm doing here. Can you help me out to figure this out? Anything you want your Claude bot to do, it doesn't matter if you don't know how to do it. Just tell your Claude. If you want it to post for you on LinkedIn every day, you can do that. Just say, hey, please.
Just so we are on the same page. It's Moldbot now. It's not CloudBot.
Post on LinkedIn for me every day. It doesn't matter if you don't know how to set this up to LinkedIn. Just say it anyway, and ClaudeBot will walk you through setting it up. Not knowing how to do things is not an excuse anymore. If you don't know how to do something, you go to your super intelligence, you say, I want to do this, tell me how to do it, and it will walk you through it. So brain dumping so it knows everything about you, setting up the morning brief, monitoring your emails. Those are 3 solid ones. The last one I'll say is, based on what you know about me, what are 5 workflows and tasks you can do for me every day? These can include connectors or skills we don't have yet. This is a great one because, again, it uncovers the unknown unknowns you have, right? The Claude will go look at all the memories it has about you, everything you told it, right? This is, again, the advantage of that brain dump at the beginning, and find helpful tasks it can do for you regularly. Once it gives...
I'm just thinking of the tasks that I could have this bot do, but
you a list of those tasks. You
I'm
can
not really sure if I want to give the entire access of my
even come
things,
back
but
in here, choose one of the tasks and
we'll see.
say, hey, do that task for me every day at a certain time, right? And then you give it a time. What's really powerful about CloudBot is it can schedule tasks. So if you find a task you want to do daily, just say, hey, do this task every day at this time, then text me about it. And it will text you directly on your phone. So the fourth thing you want to do is you want to interview CloudBot on tasks that will be helpful for you. The downside of this system and using AWS and hosting this on the web is you're going to have to set up connectors for every single thing you do that needs other tools, right? If you have a Mac Mini, you pay $600, you just set it up on your computer and everything that's on your computer, it can use. But you're able to set this up much faster. You don't need to buy another computer and you can save money up front. Dip your toes, see if it's right for you. And then if you want to go and then buy a computer for this, you can do that as well. I dipped my toes. I bought a Mac Mini and I loved it so much. I'm buying a Mac Studio now for this. So this is the quickest, easiest, cheapest way to get CloudBot set up no matter what kind of device you have. If you have the worst computer on planet Earth, this will still work for you. Again, you want to choose the model that works for you. If you already are paying for Claude or ChatGPT, you might as well use that subscription and just plug it in. But if you don't have those yet and you're newer to AI, just sign up for the ChatGPT API and choose the cheaper models and you'll be good to go. This AWS instance should only cost you $15, $20 a month depending on your usage, much cheaper than $600 upfront. So dip your toe, see how you like it. Interview the CloudBot. That's my biggest recommendation. Interview it. Say, hey, what can you do for me? Schedule those tasks, and you will have an AI employee working for you at all times. Leave a like down below if you learned anything at all. Let me know in the comments what you're doing with your CloudBot, what you want to get out of it. Subscribe and turn on notifications. I'm about to make more CloudBot content than you can shake a stick at. I hope this was helpful. I'll see you in the next video.
I think this was nice and helpful. But I don't know if I would do that on AWS. It is the cheapest thing, but this setup of Discord was a few more steps than Telegram, but very simple. So now CloudBot on Discord, I set up a private server. I asked my CloudBot to add channels based on what they know about me. So now when I create anything, I just tell it to store it on Discord for easy access in the future instead of getting lost in a Telegram chat. Very convenient. That's very nice. Someone is actually using this. And they're getting the benefit of it as well. Explained in 5 minutes, no hype. Interesting. Would actually go and see this. Where's the chat? Cinema mode. Sounds like a Claude response. I use Opus 4 with the API quite expensive in a few months. So when I create anything, I just tell it to store it on Discord for easy access. This is a problem. So here, it spun this up and it very quickly built up the context to a point where I was hitting the rate limits on almost every request. Even very basic chats for 150,000 of inputs and tokens to Claude. And theirs says same. Now Moldbot, they use the name of Claude and Claude caught on. Should be disclosed as advertisement. Can you brain dump in the form of a markdown file? Note, yeah, Claude is now called Mold, like a CND from Claude. The tutorial, I've tried this 4 times and every time I launch a TUI to hatch, it just no output. Tried with Gemini and ChatGPT API keys, both ways frustrating. Okay. Maybe it's not catching up as it should. Yeah, but why would you need a computer specifically for CloudBot? Why not run it as a container? Interesting. This is really actually the crux of the matter here. So if you see here, all YouTubers are making videos. Look at this magic, checking my email and browsing the web for news. And this is a 200 USD daily task, which is crazy. Hmm. Need a video on the actual API cost. This could bankrupt users if not careful. There's way to get free credits, over 1,000 credits, but be careful. Hmm. Hmm. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about this too. So yeah, I'm not 100% convinced at the moment. We will see. When I looked at yesterday, it had like 7,000. Yeah, it's more or less no seven. Okay, 26,000 members. Yeah, so they're growing pretty fast. I see. Anyways, let's see. So what did we do? Mentorship goals. Okay. Mentorship goals is something that you would have here. You would have here, please, what you're looking for. Okay. Mentorship goals. Text area. We have a label here. Good. And we have the mentorship.ts. Okay. Okay. When the mentees get the request, can they already see the mentees goals at that? Because I want to make sure that the mentors can see those things. If not, then it's a waste of time. Okay, so we got the research done. Database schema, follow activity, feed item, leaderboard entry, follow and follow actions, and integration with complete flow, public profiles, activity feed, leaderboard UI, followers list. Okay, so then let's do that. So we do execute phase 9. Execute phase 9, and I don't share my screen, so that's problem. Tie screen, region, select region. I'm gonna wait for the weird error there, and there we go. Pop, 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 pop. Share region, select region, and then sharing this guy. Wait. Okay. I also have to create the slides slash. Thinking how would we go about it. What happened to the screen share? Did we stop sharing or what? What happened there? Okay, I think I'm gonna stop the stream so I can create some slides and workshop materials. So I'm gonna see you later, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. And again, a quick reminder: we are ending our what do you call the discounted token for the Mastering Angular Signals book on the 31st of January. So if you have not had a look yet, look at the content and see if this is something that you would like to learn from or grow your Angular skills. And with that said, as always, happy coding. I'm going to see you next time. Take care.